Hello there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading today. This reading is going to be a timeless reading, but if it's meaningful to you, I am doing the reading in March and we'll post it in March. Generally, the time frame for these readings are usually about a month. If you've seen any of my birth sign readings before, you know that I do something a little different for birth signs every month. I like to mix it up. I don't like to do the same thing over and over again. And this month we're doing a pick a card reading with a different layout. So I'm going to just draw the top card on each deck, introduce you to each deck so you can pick the pile that you think resonates best with you. You're of course welcome to watch all piles, but there may be one that really stands out to you. And I'm just going to pick the top card just to help you pick your deck. It doesn't mean that this is your card, but maybe it's meaningful to you in some way. So the first pile, we're going to use the Druidic Tarot deck. And the first card here is the World card. One of my favorite World cards, the Tree of Life. Very beautiful. Okay, so we have the World card for pile 1. And then the second pile is the Midnight Magic Tarot. This is more of a mushroom deck. And we've got the Two of Swords. Two of Swords here for the mushroom deck. Midnight Magic deck, I should say, but I call it my mushroom deck. And then the third deck we're using is the Shuffle Tarot. If you're familiar with Shuffle Tarot, this is going to have all sorts of things mixed together. I love it for how shuffled it is. It's really a great deck to read from. And we've got the Two of Wands here. Okay, so Druidic Tarot, Midnight Magic, and Shuffle Tarot, pile 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead and pick your pile, and then I will timestamp the readings for each pile below. Hello there, welcome back. We're starting with pile 1. This is the Druidic Tarot, and it had the World card on top. So we're just going to do a shuffle here, quick shuffle for anyone in the sign of Aquarius. Tell me about a current situation. Five of Wands. So some competition energy here. All right, let's find out a little bit more about this situation. Got the Fool card. So you're starting something new, wanting to start something new, but there's a lot of competition around this. Pretty straightforward so far. Okay, let's get into kind of the difficult part, what you don't see coming, or the illusions, what's hidden from you part of the reading. So in this particular layout, we're going to kind of visit all of the things that you're really not seeing, really why you're here. The tarot give you some insight here. And then we'll get into kind of the more positive things to look forward to. Is this in the second half of the reading? I kind of do like two paths here. So first, what don't we see, and what we need to know about, what we need to pay attention to. So tell me a little bit more about this here. Okay, certainly hidden things. We have got the High Priestess in reverse. Okay, so this is coming through very clear to me. This really, really like specific and sharp. Hopefully I'm conveying it really well. So I see that you've got some sort of either a new job or some sort of change in your life. There's a lot of competition around this. It could be competing for a position in work, or there could be some sort of change in the organization that you're with, and it's making it feel very competitive. I'm getting a lot of work energy here, probably because of the wands, but the level of competition that's here. But it could be something else. There are a variety of situations in life that can feel a little bit competitive, like you're fighting off others. But especially with the Fool card here in this position, it's telling me it's something new, something that you it was something you were excited to do for many people. So that could be maybe starting a new business and realizing there's more competition in this market than you were expecting. It could be related to just getting started, and then the competition really being represented the like kind of economic situation that you might be in, some economic changes. And so it doesn't necessarily have to be a person, but there's some sort of challenge there that you are dealing with right now, and it's very central to this situation. What you don't see, or what you really are grappling with, maybe you don't realize it, it's under the surface, it's not on the surface, is that you're not really listening to your intuition right now. I feel that your intuition is pretty blocked, and you're very much in this logic mind, which is also why I feel that this is heavily like leaning towards finance, money, career, that kind of area. Like I said, don't have pentacles, but we got some wands here. So, and 2 major arcana. So starting something new, but not listening to your intuition, like really focused on logistics around this situation. And that might not be 100% what you want to do. I mean, there is always a room for reason and logic, and then also listening to your gut. So like there's some level of instinct around this that you should really be paying attention to. Okay, we had about 6 cards flipped over there. So we're going to ask for just a couple more cards here. We've got some 10s reversed and the world upright. Okay, so we've got the 10 of stones and the 10 of cups reverse with the world upright. So this is some type of absolute completion. I feel like this is a very, very strong, like I've never seen both of the 10 of cups and 10 of pentacles with the world just bam like that. Like they all came out together. So this is solidly in about an ending. And with these 2 10s in reverse and the world upright, and especially in the position that this is in this reading, I do feel like this new thing you believe is going to bring all of your difficulties and hardships to an end, and will be like bring you the world. I think that there is some aspect of believing that whatever it is that's new, okay, I'm getting more, this new actually could be a romantic relationship too. That could definitely be the case. You've met someone new, and this competition here, you could be competing with yourself, right? There could be a lot of things that you're suppressing, especially if you're not listening to your instinct. There could be third parties, other individuals involved. So this does not have to be only work or money. It could be romantic relationships as well. But it's the instinct you're not listening to is especially important, because you've got yourself a bit of an illusion here that, and this is not going to be what you want to hear, I'm going to tell you that right now. But if you hang on, there might be more clarification to help you. Let's see here. Yeah. Something has really not gone your way for a long period of time, and you're like putting all your eggs in this basket is really the vibe that I'm getting. It's like I kept hearing that, all eggs in one basket, so I needed a way to say that. Yeah. You're thinking, this feels like this is going to rescue you. It's like a rescue. What's this card that came out? A Tower in reverse. Yeah. you've been through some serious difficulties, and probably not in just one area of your life. It could be one thing that created a domino effect, and it's like your entire life has been impacted, and not for just a short period of time. I feel like it's been ongoing for a while. And you're so depleted, which is why this instinct is being blocked here, that anything that feels good, like it's filling that void, is it's going to be something that feels like it's the world and you're latching onto it. Okay. All right. I feel like we need to, what else do we need to know about this? Five of Cups reverse. Yeah. Five of Cups reverse is, I generally really like a Five of Cups reverse. So this is telling me the emotional place that you're in right now is a very positive one. Like there's a lot of celebration going on with you. There's a lot of, I finally, am hitting my strides, which is why I actually don't think that anyone who's actually in this might be listening to this with any seriousness, to be completely honest. Because this feels too good. Everything around this feels way too good right now. And unless you're somebody who's done a lot of shadow work to come through this situation, but I almost don't see that here. You would be unique. If you're listening to this message and taking it seriously, in this situation, you'd be unique among the person that I'm reading for. I almost feel like I shouldn't even bother with this, but we're going to continue because you would be willing to look at the difficult things. But this is really an energy of having come through the difficult things and then having something that you're really latching onto. Like I said, that's this reward, and it's causing this celebratory energy, very hedonistic energy. Actually, you're probably, if you drink or do any participate in any substances, you're probably maybe doing that a little more than usual. Even eating richer foods, spending more money, shopping, traveling more, going out more, just doing a lot more. It's feel like a very celebratory time for you. Like this period has come to an end. But all of this celebration and all of these activities that are going on are actually helping to block out your instinct around this situation. In some sense, I feel like you're filling your own cup right now. But you're going to have some challenges to deal with downstream because this is not your world. This is not the solution to all of these problems. The positive is that maybe all of the celebration and allowing yourself to just kind of live in this situation right now might be the actual cup filling that you need. You think it's this, but I think it's the taking care of yourself and experiencing joy for a period of time that's going to be filling your cup. The danger, the reason why I'm really heavily focused here and I keep kind of going at it is because the danger is if you don't pull yourself out and pick up your head and have that realization that it's the joy and the celebration that's filling you and not this thing that you believe is the world, then it's going to break your heart again. And you're going to come crashing down. But if you can stop yourself and recognize what's happening, enjoy the moment, kind of see this for what it is, let that crack come through, let that instinct come through. You got a fighting chance of not knocking yourself off your own pedestal. Okay, we're going to look at opportunities and chances. Whoa, 9 of Stones. Okay. Like I said, this is the stuff we don't see, the stuff we don't really want to look at, but we've got some good stuff here. Okay, so you've got 2 nines, 9 of Wands, and 9 of Stones. So this wounded energy that you've been working with over here has made you somebody who's really, really capable of being very, very independent and taking care of yourself. So if you are a person who's very connected to another in thinking that this is going to bring you some abundance or reward or romantic fulfillment, that's just going to constantly feel like you're living in this utopian situation. That's kind of the vibe that I get, like, oh, this is the answer to the problem, and now I'm always going to feel great forever and ever, and nothing difficult's ever going to happen again. That's kind of this illusion that's existing here right now. But for those of you who recognize the wound that you're healing and that this celebration is something you desperately need and deserve, for sure, but that this was all your own doing and not because this thing came into your life, whatever this thing is. This new thing that came into your life is not the reason for your joy and abundance. It's like symbolic, or the thing, it's like the trigger that you needed to finally release and let go and celebrate in a way that you've needed to for a very, very long time, but haven't allowed yourself to. So this is a message of some of you who are probably still here, like I said, a very, very few, maybe one person, recognizing that you are the one who pulled yourself through this difficulty. And your celebration and reward that you're in right now is a result of everything that you've done. And when you realize this is a symbol, not the individual or experience or event responsible for your joy, you are responsible for your joy. You are responsible for pulling yourself through. You are the warrior, right? Once you recognize that about yourself and that that's within you and you can create that anytime, any place, with or without this, that's where the power is in this reading. Absolutely. 5 of Stones in reverse. This is wonderful, helpful energy for you right now. And that's reiterating what I was just saying. You're going to be realizing that you don't ever have to worry about being left out in the cold. You don't ever have to worry about being abandoned or incapable of looking after yourself or caring for yourself. You're not in poverty mentally or financially, because you have that power within you to generate whatever it is you need. You're entirely someone who's fully, fully capable of making things happen for yourself, pulling yourself up from the bootstraps, no matter what comes at you. I mean, this energy that you've been through and where you are now and where you're moving into, I hope you do realize that you're truly a warrior and you're capable of doing anything, getting through absolutely anything, and making it all happen for yourself. Okay. Yeah. So we've got the moon here, the 8 of Stones, and the 2 of Wands. All came out together, and I think it's saying everything that I've been speaking to, the energy that's been vibing very clearly through this reading from the very moment we started. And that's, the secret is within you. Your instinct that you've developed through this experience is one of your most powerful tools. Your awareness of what you're able to do for yourself, you're going to find your flow. You have actually found it. But once you realize and recognize what that power truly is, that's something that's really unlocking this final step for you. It's not even a choice anymore. You don't have to choose. You are fully this person. This is telling me that you're recognizing your own power. It's not a secret to you anymore, and it's not a secret to others around you. It's everything that we were saying, the 9 of stones here earlier. The 8 of stones comes first, but it's you recognizing that all of this success and joy that you're in comes from within. That's the mystery that's uncovered. And your actual flow and skill, the thing that you are equipped with now, it's not even like you ever have to make a choice. It just always exists within you. There is no more battle within. There's no more struggle from within. Am I going to struggle again? Am I going to have this difficulty again? Look at these 5s in reverse on either side of this. Just like these 5s are just like hugging either side of this situation, basically saying this celebration and this awareness that you're no longer going to be in the struggle. A 5 of cups upright and a 5 of stones upright are kind of like you're in poverty, you're out in the cold, you're feeling sorry for yourself. And these are both in reverse. And that's the moon here. That's the reveal here. That's the 2 of wands in reverse saying, yeah, you're done with that path. It's behind you, right? There's no more indecision. There's absolute clarity. Once you tap into this instinct, this part of yourself, once you realize that it's you, it was you all along, that's your true power. And that's where you bring flow into all aspects of your life. That's the world, right? You don't think it is, you don't realize that you are the world to yourself. But you will. All right. Thank you, Aquarius, for joining this reading. If you liked this reading, or if you'd like to see others like this reading, similar to it, please like and subscribe. Thanks. Hello, pile 2. This reading may be for you if you selected pile 2. We're just going to do a quick shuffle and get one card here from anyone in the sign of Aquarius who needs to hear from me today. Can I get a current situation for anyone in the sign of Aquarius who may need to hear a message with this deck from me today, please? And we've got one card here. 10 of Wands. Ten of Wands is often about being overburdened and having a lot of work. Too much, almost. Like it's really weighing you down. It's very heavy. More than you feel that you can carry, but for some reason you're carrying it. Got a Tower in reverse. So this has been something that you've been contending with for some time. It's been a slow build. It's kind of like, you put the frog, or what is it? You put the frog in the hot water or in the pot of water and then you slowly turn up the heat. Is it a frog? I don't know. You put something in a pot of water and you turn it up and slowly the heat rises and it cooks the thing, and it's a really dark, disgusting story as I think about it, but this is kind of the situation that you're in. Like, almost like you kept saying yes and taking on little by little, but the heat was turning up slowly and you weren't even noticing it until you're boiling the pot. And it's like, that's the Tower in reverse. Like, it wasn't just a bang that hit you. That's a fact of the matter. It was a situation or multiple situations that slowly just started stacking one on top of the other. And then you suddenly find yourself in this position where you're like, how do I have so much? How is this all mine right now? Why is this here? I don't know if I want this or if I can handle it even. Okay, so we're gonna go here. We're gonna take a path into what you don't see. Okay, and this is really the whole point of being in tarot, not just to give you the good messages, but to kind of warn you about what you don't see. And then we will get into the good stuff, like the positive things that you do want to hear about. But first, we're going to start with maybe some difficult messages, okay? So what do we got here? The Empress. What's interesting here is the Empress is card is telling you that to be an empress in the traditional sense, in the modern day cultural sense, is an illusion. And that's part of the reason that you're overburdened. It's a striving to be the most empathetic, the most understanding, the most nurturing, but also the most appealing and the most beautiful and the most capable, the richest, like the most of all of the things, all things feminine, the 10 out of 10 in every area of feminine existence and being a 10 in all of those aspects, right? And that striving and that need or desire or mindset that is achievable and not just a depiction of an image of someone in a tarot deck. That's not human, right? And to say that anyone is the Empress in all ways, at all times, in all seasons of life, we all have elements of these major arcana within us, right? We may very well be Empress energy, but to be the model of the Empress, like I said, at all times, in all ways, is unachievable, which is why it's flattering that the Empress is here, right? The Empresses should always be unachievable in a human sense. Okay, so what else do we have here? Well, we have a 7 of Cups that was popped up upside down. I didn't even see it come, but it was sitting at the top of the deck while I was shuffling, so I'm going to take it. But I think there's more here. What else? Anything else? Okay, maybe not. Oh. 7 of Wands, 2 sevens. Okay, these sevens are meant for this reading. So what I'm getting from these sevens here is like not following your own path. It's like constantly being in a battle to put up all of these illusions or walls, protections, maybe protecting this image of the Empress. And this is saying to me, like, not following your own dreams. Almost like there's a path that has been laid out And it's like constantly fighting to stay on this path. But it has nothing to do with who you are or what you are in your heart. It's like a path that was laid out for you that you feel beholden to, obligated to follow. Got magician energy here. With the Eight of Cups. So I don't know why, but it keeps feeling like the sky is falling. You know, the sky is falling. And this belief that you have the power within you because you have all of these tools. I think that you're very skilled in many areas of life. I think you have a lot of tools, a lot of capabilities. You are probably very charming and very smart. You might be very physically attractive. All of these different skills and tools in your tool belt may have led to your notion that you could be the Empress at some point, and has you feeling overburdened. You're having to work really, really hard to maintain this. And these tools aren't working anymore. They're not going to continue to work for you. It's like the sky is falling is what I keep hearing. And I keep getting that from, like, I don't know if you can see on the card, like these little white lights kind of shooting down, almost like stars, shooting stars or something, like the sky is falling. But from that, I get that it's like the old tools aren't going to keep working forever and ever. And you'll need to move away from those tools if you want to make a change. If this is going to change for you. Adding new tools to your tool belt. So definitely needing to move away from those old habits, skills, tools, things that you've relied on in the past aren't going to keep working for you. Okay, that's a lot of cards. Let's see. Yeah, there's an opportunity, a very good opportunity here. We have the Death card. So really, there's an opportunity for a huge transformation for you here. This might be your wake-up call. This Ten of Wands and finding these different paths forward might actually be your wake-up call. Page of Swords reverse. That's an interesting one to have here. Page of Swords is someone I do not trust at all. Very tricky energy. Lots of deceitful energy. Spying, you know. It's not a positive characteristic. It may be a tool that you have in your tool belt, though. And it may help you in making this transformation. I almost get like quietly looking into things like a spy, right? I mean, you don't have to literally be a spy, but you could be holding your cards close to your chest and really thinking about fundamentally the path that you've been walking and striving for something unachievable that's leaving you feeling overburdened and unhappy and not even living life for yourself, not even living your own life. And so I think the energy here is about kind of secretly working toward a personal transformation, but doing it quietly within and not really making it obvious or announcing it to the world just yet, which is a great way to make a transformation. You definitely want to start within, not without. we've got a Six of Cups and Four of Cups reverse. There is something rooted in your childhood that you're going to tap into that's coming back to you that is going to be important for this transformation and this change. It may even be dreams, things that you let go of, that you forgot about, but something very, very deeply rooted in childhood. And it's something that you're going to recognize as like, whoa, this is it. This is, wow, why did I forget about that? Or why did I give up on that dream? Or, you know, what was it in my life that took me in this other direction, away from that passion, that love, that energy, that idea? The answer is Knight of Cups. For some of you, it may have been a romantic relationship that pulled you in the other direction. And put you on this other path. Okay, anything else here? Got an Eight of Pentacles, that's good. And a Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So this is, we've got the Eight of Pentacles came out first with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Reverse or upright, I am not really putting too much stock into the direction of that Seven of Pentacles because it's going to tell me the same thing in this position with the Eight of Pentacles. And it's about you finding your flow, you finding your love and your passion again. It's not about the slow boil. Okay, remember we have the we have the Tower reverse here, talking about like slowly stacking things little by little to get to this overburdened position that you're in life, and feeling like the Empress is something that you actually need to be. And instead of a representation of your energy, like you have been striving way too hard to physically in the real world be all things Empress in reality. And I think the letting go of that and whatever the Six of Cups childhood connection energy is, part of the reason it's so powerful when you come back to it, I really encourage you to kind of go through old photos or old diaries or yearbooks or whatever, you know, watch some old movies from childhood. I'm not sure what it is, but something's going to jog that memory for you. So really encourage you to try to take a stroll down memory lane. And it's going to hit you like a ton of bricks, and it's just going to be like, bam, it's there. There's no need to build up to it, is I guess what I'm trying to say. There's no slow boil. That's the Seven of Pentacles, is the absence of the building towards it, the absence of the slow boil. It's going to strike like lightning, and it's just going to be there. Boom, like that. And you know what it is. And that's the magic. Okay, Aquarius, if this was your reading, if you liked this reading or would like to see others similar to this reading, I would appreciate a like or subscribe. Thanks. Until next time. Welcome, Aquarius Pile 3. If you selected this pile, this may be your reading. I'm just looking for current energy from someone in the sign of Aquarius who needs a message from me. This is your card. All right, interesting. So if you're familiar with the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, this is an extra card in this shuffle deck. And this is Arthur Edward Waite in the reverse, acting as the magician here. Okay, so we're going to get one more card, but That's interesting energy. We got 2 cards. We've got the Page of Cups and the Queen of Cups. If you look at Page of Cups, this is a Page of Cups on the background of Temperance here. And we've got the Queen of Cups. She's looking like she is also on the background of Queen of Pentacles here. Okay. In your current situation, I needed to think on that for a little bit. I just wanted to make sure I was hearing clearly. I see 3 individuals in your current situation. We have somebody who's very manipulative, whether it's intentional or out of hurt or pain. Most manipulation and suffering and anger and fear is out of some deep pain and suffering. It doesn't mean that that person gets a pass, okay? I'm just saying. There is somebody who's endured maybe a lifetime or whatever, but the end result is they use manipulation, emotional manipulation in particular, as a tool in their toolkit. And on the other side of this equation is somebody who's very deeply rooted in their heart and very compassionate. And then we have this energy here of someone who's almost trying to play a role of bringing harmony between these 2 individuals. I'm not going to assign roles to this, although I do feel specific roles here. And we may get into that, but for now, that's just what I'm going to leave here for a general reading. So, manipulative energy. Definitely emotionally manipulative, and particularly emotionally manipulative of this individual over here who's like a very wear their heart on their sleeve type of person, very compassionate person. So they likely take advantage. I don't know who you are yet in this situation, but the manipulator likely takes advantage of the person's compassion and uses that to almost like play them like a puppet. And then you have this individual in the middle who doesn't really recognize the dynamic, like not to its true extent, and is trying to play both sides to constantly maintain this balance and this harmony here. Generally, in a reading like this, you would be either the page or the queen. I don't often read for the manipulator. I don't usually get that energy. And if I do, I usually can't keep reading. So I don't feel that you're the manipulator in this situation. But you could be the other 2, one or the other. Okay. That's a bunch of cards. We're going to try that again. Thank you. I just need 1 card. I need to know a little more about this situation. 1 card, please. Well, well, well. We've got our 6 of Swords on the background of the 6 of Wands again. But it came in reverse. And we've also got the Justice card on the background of Strength. Well, I'm just going to say it since this is about as clear as a bell. For some of you, this is you're in the middle of a breakup, a romantic breakup. Many people, this is going to be a marriage that broke apart. We've got Justice here representing the courts and the incredible strength that's required to go through that sort of situation. We've got the Six of Swords with on the Six of Wands background in reverse. This is about a difficult moving on, not one that feels like a victory for any party. And very likely, you could see this being both parents or in a marriage situation, and then the child trying to bring harmony in the middle. So that's very, very clear. That's what I got initially and was trying to generalize it a little bit more, but with that other card, I think it's very specific, this reading. We've got the Eight of Swords, or actually it's an Eight of Wands on the background of Eight of Swords. So it's feeling like things are moving really, really quickly in this situation. There's lots of communication possibly going back and forth. And whatever's happening right now, the circumstance is making you feel like you're really, really trapped. Like there's not a good way out of this. There's not a good way around it. And part of that trap is as a result of this manipulation, because we know in the Eight of Swords that the situation feels more dire than it actually is. The person's wearing a blindfold, but the swords are really not entirely encaging them. They can get out and just take off the blindfold and undo the ropes and just walk right out of that situation, but they feel trapped, like they can't see it for themselves. This trap is actually intentionally designed through the communications that are coming at you. The communications may be attacking you in a variety of different ways. On one day, you might be getting really aggressive communications that really scare you and are meant to, make you feel fearful. And then on the next day, you're getting communications that are really tugging at your heartstrings and your compassion, and it's like you're getting pulled in all of these different directions. So and that's really affecting you very, very deeply. I feel like I'm reading for the Queen of Cups. Okay, we've got a Nine of Wands here on a Nine of Pentacles background, and an Ace of Swords with an Ace of Pentacles background. Okay, so I do think that a big part of your mindset is how you're going to be able to take care of yourself financially. Are you ever going to be financially independent? Is this something that you're going to be able to afford to do? To go through this battle, if there's potentially lawyers involved or a lot of conflict in this situation. There's certainly financial worry, and what the future holds for you is certainly a worry. I also see a lot of worry around just any possibilities for the future, like a lot of uncertainty and concern, almost like you had this vision of being able to achieve some level of independence or comfort in life. And I think that was there for you in maybe this relationship, and this unknown or real uncertainty around whether that comfort is ever going to exist for you again. And part of that comfort is a loving partnership relationship, because you're Queen of Cups and so deeply rooted in your emotions. The idea of not being in an enduring, really meaningful, like give and take, well balanced, emotionally fulfilling relationship is really, really crushing for you. And this experience intentionally designed to crush you, by the way. It's absolutely intentionally designed to crush you. And it's a tactic. I need you to know that. And one of the important aspects here, I don't think you believe that you have it within you to outsmart this person, okay? And that's not true. And I also think that you don't believe that you can do this on your own, and that's also not true. Those are absolute illusions for you. So let's see what else we have here. Okay, let's see. We've got a 6 of Swords and a 4 of Cups on the background of the 4 of Swords, and this is on the background of the 4 of Wands. Oh, wow. Our 4s. This is basically saying we have all of our 4s. I'm going to geek out on tarot here for just a second and show you. So we have got a 4 of Swords. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 swords. A 4 of Swords is often talking about a need for rest, okay? A need to go inward and really take care of yourself. And this is on the background of a 4 of Wands. A 4 of Wands is like a commitment card. It's a card about earthly commitments and new beginnings. Something that you're worried about not having again, okay? And both of these are together in this same card. 2 4s in one card, okay? Here we have our 4 of Cups. A 4 of Cups is a card about focusing on what you lost and not the gifts that are coming towards you. Being so distracted by what's not working that you're not seeing what could work or what is working, and it's on the background of the 4 of Swords. So we have 3 different 4s represented here in these 2 cards, which is telling me that it's a period of a lot of worry, a period of a lot of hesitation and doubt within you. And what really is important for you is that this energy is not serving you right now. This desire to pull back from the world, to put up walls, to keep yourself small, to worry about what you are never going to have because of this situation. Normal, okay to recognize it, okay? But just don't camp there, is what it's saying. Don't live in an energy where you hide yourself from the world and you think that nothing is ever going to be possible again. I think the advice here is going to be, give yourselves that moment. Maybe assign yourself 20 minutes a day, or maybe give yourself a weekend, and then whatever it is that you feel that you need, assign yourself a specific period of time. Whether it's, like I said, a whole weekend where you take that weekend away and you cry in bed all weekend. I don't care what it is, okay? Or you give yourself 20 minutes every single day to just feel sorry for yourself. You know, if you need a little bit a day. I don't care what that is. Give yourself that time to say, this sucks. I feel terrible. I feel sorry for myself. I don't want any of this to happen. I never wanted this. I just want it to go away. I just want it to end. This is not fair. Allow yourself to feel like it's not fair. And then when that time is over, then you pick yourself up by your bootstraps and you realize that this is an illusion created to make you lose. This person is only focused on winning. And there is an aspect of you that is going to keep believing that there's no way, like, I was married to that person, I know them, they're not like that, blah, blah, blah. No. A magician in reverse? No. That person is going to use those heartstrings, and they have a unfair advantage. An unfair advantage because they know so much and because they can manipulate the other relationships that you share in your life. But that is all going to be to better the outcome for themselves and not for you. They're going to make sure that you're punished, and they're going to make sure that you're the loser. I'm telling you now. And so you're going to need to pick yourself up, and you're going to need to realize that you do have all of this. You can do this. You are just as smart as them. You're not as manipulative as them, but you're just as smart as them. We got the Empress here in reverse. Okay, so we're moving into what you do have. What is really clearly available to you, the good stuff, okay? This is the not so icky, this is the not so good stuff, the icky stuff, okay? The stuff we don't really want to look at, but we need to deal with in order for the good stuff to happen. The good stuff that needs to happen is, okay, you do have within you, we've got Empress in reverse. Normally an Empress in reverse, not an energy that I love. But in a situation like this, you've got an Empress energy deep within you. And that's because you're Queen of Cups. You're very connected to your nurturing side. You're very connected to your feminine side. You have a great deal of feminine power, and you're going to use it in probably your own type of manipulative way. Okay? You're going to move into an energy of being a little bit more selfish and focusing on you. Got devil energy here. That's exactly what that is confirming. There is an opportunity or a chance for you here to really allow your shadow side to come forward and protect you. Lean into what is best for you and what you need for yourself in this particular moment. I know this sounds horrible, but if you're dealing with the person I think that you're dealing with, yeah. Something's foolish here. Something's not. Okay, let me get some other cards here. Okay, so it's going to be foolish not to, actually. And we've got 8 of Swords here, looking like the 8 of Wands. Look at that, the opposite. So what this person is doing to you, this is the 8 of Wands on the background of the 8 of Swords. You're going to do the opposite to them, 8 of Swords on the background of 8 of Wands. So you're going to communicate, you're going to get someone to help you here. You need to find help. You need to make sure that that person is going to look out for your interests. You're going to make sure that person is going to help you communicate very clearly, very effectively. That communication is not coming from you. That communication is going to come from somebody on your behalf. And that's going to be somebody who can speak very clearly, very logically, with their words, with the intent of protecting you. Very, very likely an attorney. And that communication is going to keep on coming. And it's just going to be, it's not going to be the manipulative type. It's going to be the opposite. It's going to be clear. It's going to be logical. It's going to make sense. It's going to protect you. It's going to keep coming very, very fast. It's not going to be that up and down, Like 1 minute it's aggressive and the next minute it's pulling on heartstrings. Now that's manipulation. That's different. This is not manipulation. This is tactical. And this is taking a very, very clear, forthright approach towards looking out for yourself. 9 of Pentacles reverse here on the background of a 9 of Swords reverse. You're going to be letting go of any anxiety and worry, that's for sure, especially around money and finances. Here we go, 9 of Swords on the background of a 9 of Wands in reverse. No longer feeling like you're the person who's on the defensive. No longer feeling like you're the one that's being wounded. This table is going to turn. You're switching roles. You're stepping into your power position here. That's what's going to be helpful to you. Page of Pentacles. Yep. And that's going to be a new beginning for you. So you're worried over here about this? No. It's going to unlock an option, an opportunity within you, awareness within you that you do have it within you. You are capable of planting seeds, of building new things in the earthly realm. That could be career, finances, just entirely rebuilding. And actually an energy of rebuilding, feeling positive and lovely and wonderful and like what you've wanted all along, instead of feeling regretful and sad and just general yuck around what didn't work. It will transition to an excitement about something new again. It like brings about a youthful excitement within you. 3 of Wands. Okay, I love it. It brings about this whole experience, ultimately, brings about this youthfulness about you, this hope for the future, and this awareness that you can create this for yourself, and will take you on an entirely new journey, and a really, really exciting one too. Look at all of this yellow background, very hopeful, happy sun energy. So moving into a sunny new beginning, you're going to see the bright side of this very, very soon. All right, well, I'm going to leave that here. Hopefully this information was inspiring for somebody who might find themselves in a very difficult situation. This was an interesting read. It just really came out of me. It was all there. It was laying it on the table. So this is an important message for somebody. Hopefully, if you find yourself in a difficult situation and looking for a little bit of inspiration and a little bit of boost, that this is here for you and helpful for you. And I do hope very, very much, and will pray on the situation, because there are, it appears, others involved, and obviously we know these situations can be very difficult. And so just hopeful that there is a genuine change of heart here, and that things do end up turning out really, really good for everyone involved. So if this was your reading, or you liked this reading and would like to see others similar to this, I would appreciate a like or a subscribe. Thanks for joining.